Yes, guys, I know. Max is having a member stream on tonight. I know. I came late home from tonight, guys. When I came home, he was an hour and a half into the member stream. I know technically I could have joined, but I decided to sit this one out. And yes, I decided to do this today. I was going to do this earlier, and then things came up. And then I didn't. Things came up. Then I scheduled it for tomorrow, but I moved it to 11:05 to stream because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not that tired, and I kind of still have energy. As you could tell, I still have the energy. You could tell from how I sound that I have energy to do this stream. Hi, Arkham. So that's why I'm doing a stream. Uh, I feel much better than I did yesterday. I'm not going to go long because it is 11. And I'll also be sure to like this. I don't know if I'm going to have people on, but this is going to be a fun stream. I mean, I made some fun videos today and yesterday. I made a fun stream Friday, Thursday. Yesterday's stream was shit. It was terrible. I had a stream yesterday. I tried to fight through it, but I felt like shit yesterday. You could tell how I was struggling through that stream. Even through the Max stream, I was struggling a little bit. I did feel a little better during a stream, but I was still struggling. But yeah, I was, and even I admit it. I even apologized on Twitter for my lack of motivation, no, my lack of energy yesterday for my stream. It was not a very good stream. It was horrible, horrible, and that's definitely on my part, because of how I felt. I'm not sick. I wasn't sick or anything. I just had, you know, the weather. Weather gave me a headache and made me tired. This weather, does that to you, man. Especially in the winter. SAD. Fucking horrible. But I'm here now, and I got Isaac with the Argentina flag in the chat. Hey Isaac. You can come on if you want. I know you're in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I don't know if you want. I know some people are asleep. Okay. I understand. I don't usually do these streams. I'm doing a stream because I'm not that tired yet. I'm a little tired, but I'm not that tired yet. I'm getting there. Oh, and it's true. It's true. If you saw me on Max's stream in the chat, it's true. My cousin did meet the actor who's gonna play Blue Beetle in Blue Beetle, the actor from Cobra Kai. Isaac, don't even. I know you're excited, man, but come on. Spamming the flag. You know what you could do, Isaac? Is at least like my video, man. Smash that like button. Otherwise, no French fries for you. Okay, so we're a week away from Christmas, right? Next Sunday is Christmas. Next Saturday is Christmas Eve. Next Sunday is Christmas. Once in a lifetime. Yeah, I'll never experience a lifetime as a Canadian because Canada will never win the World Cup. So yeah, you're lucky. So okay. James Gunn. James Gunn is Moses. Okay? James Gunn is Moses. No. Yes. James Gunn is Moses. He has the DC Bible written in his hands. And then when the time is right, January comes along, he's going to be on top of DC Studios or Warner Studios, the roof of DC Studios, which could represent Mount Sinai, like in the story of Exodus. You know, if you know the story of Exodus, you know that when Moses received the Ten Commandments from God, he was standing on top of the mountain known as Mount Sinai. So in this case, James Gunn, with his commandments, with his blueprint, his ideas, will be standing on top of Warner Bros. Studios, DC Studios, revealing his whole plan to the whole world, to the DC Knights. The real DC fans, the ones that are truly DC fans, not the false DC fans. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I call false DC fans, then shame on you, because you know who the false DC fans are. They're the ones who only want a certain director to direct everything DC related. The false, I call them they're like the false. They're not a false prophet, but they're heretics. They're heretics. Yeah, I'll call them heretics. Hey, blind bro. Yeah, they're heretics. If you're religious, I'm sorry if I'm comparing the two, but I'm sorry. Look at my thumbnail. If you don't know me, I joke around a lot, and sometimes I like to go a little far with my jokes. If you can't handle that, well, that's your fault. Yeah, you heard me. Snyder, the people that are subs to Snyder, whatever, they're heretics. They're heretics to the DC religion, okay? And this is the rebirth of DC. We are saved. You know, Bumble, I think I sent you a link to come on if you want. That's if only if you want, obviously. Check. You can have fun with the stream. And yeah, if you saw earlier, I did have two fun videos today and yesterday. The Rock and James Gunn was a funny video. I know Blind Bill commented on it. And yesterday's video was pretty funny. Got a lot of people talking. It was pretty funny. It was a George Clooney one coming back as Batman. That was pretty funny. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do more stuff like that. So that's not. Watch out. And yes, Thursday I was hacked. Somehow I was hacked by the Joker. I don't know how the Joker found out about me. I don't know how, but apparently he did. And he hacked my account, my StreamYard account and stuff, and my YouTube channel. I don't know how. Like, I don't know. Oh, apparently he said calculator helped him. Really? Calculator? You could. I don't know. I gotta be careful, man. I gotta upgrade my Northern antivirus program, right? Man, so I can get hacked again by the Joker. I gotta be careful, man. These Batman villains, really. I mean, Joker, man, of all people, hack a random person. I mean, he's unpredictable, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. CW, if you want to come on, buddy, you can come on. I'm checking my phone. You know what? I was just looking at my phone right now. I just saw it now. I just saw it now. I just saw it now. Newsflash, Marcus. Zack Snyder did that already. Me trolling. Dude, aren't you? I thought you're Batman, TW. You stay up during the night. I'll make you stay up. Oh man, not to go solo. Yes, I know. Max is having his member stream. What is it? You wanna watch it, guys? You know, you really wanna watch? You really wanna watch? You wanna really taste it? I'm done. Hey, wanna see something funny, guys? Okay. If you haven't seen this video, I'm gonna show you something that's pretty funny, okay? I'm gonna actually get my. Oh, Marcus, you really want upset my chat, don't you, huh? Let's have some fun. If you haven't seen this video yet, I'm gonna present it to you guys. It's my video. It's very short, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I won't give myself a copyright. But this is true, guys. This is true. To like this channel, just down below, smash the like button. If you're new here, subscribe. And make sure to share this out with your friends, family, colleagues about this channel. Oh my god, this is huge, guys. According to my sources, James Gunn has announced on Twitter that yeah, George Clooney is coming back as Batman. He's Keaton. You're gonna see Keaton in this year, but the George Clooney is going to replace Keaton as his Batman, a little bit older version of Batman. It's gonna be around the younger Justice League members. As you know, Superman's gonna go younger, and all the other characters are gonna go younger. We're still gonna have a little bit older Batman, but assemble with the young cast of characters of Justice League members.
Well, that's bad.
Younger. Yeah. This is huge news. I can't believe it. I just found this out, man. Like I had a source tell me this yesterday that George Clooney is planning to come back as Batman. The talk is the costume from Batman Robin is planning to make a return too. So you're gonna see the bat nipples. You are really gonna see bat nipples. See, if my eyes were like that, that means I was looking at stuff on Twitter. No Robin. Crystal Doll's not coming back. It's just gonna be George Clooney's Batman. Him coming back as the Batman going forward in James Gunn's DCU plan. But yes, has been letting out a little bit of seeds here and there. Then we'll get something in next month that little more detail what he has planned, like him and Peter Safran said last month that January they'll let people know what they have planned more and more. As you know, the Superman stuff, the Cavill stuff. But this is freaking huge, man. Oh, I can't believe George Clooney is back. Wow. I mean, Batman Robin, I did not like that movie. It was bad. And but George Clooney did not like playing Batman. He did not like. He hated working on that movie. But James Gunn apparently convinced him that no, don't worry. We're not gonna do like that. It's gonna be different with you in our universe. It's gonna be different. Well, and that convinced George to sign on, to come back as Batman after Keaton is done. Forever, how many movies Keaton does? I just know it's a Flash, right? But After that, George Clooney's gonna take the role of Batman. Remember, there's gonna be multiverse stuff in here, guys, and possible time travel stuff like that, in in the next upcoming movies, and even James Gunn has plans for that kind of stuff eventually down the road. I don't know, man. Like, this is huge. I'm excited. You know what? Go for it. Go for it, George. Go for it. I mean, you should be guys. Like my sources. I don't know. Now I don't. Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Batgirl, and Robin are not coming back. Just George Clooney's Batman. That's it. That's the only member of that movie. Only cast member of that movie is coming back. Character of that movie is coming back. Coming back. Coming back. That's 100% for sure. And he's gonna have a major role. He's gonna be an established Batman.
That's me battling fatigue.
You gotta remember. You remember. And Batman Waltman, he did say this is why Superman does not have a sidekick. Remember that. That's a tie into the future, the DCU, with James and Peter Safran running the show. That's a tie-in. That's a hint. That's a hint. It was hinted back then too. Remember that. Remember that. But yeah, guys. George Clooney is back as Batman. James Gunn gone back. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below.
Okay. I made this video yesterday, and as you know, I was battling headache and fatigue. As you saw, me wipe my eyes and me a little slow at times. That's because, yeah, I was battling a headache and I was a little tired. But I'm actually not feeling like that. I had a good sleep. Oh. But that's just fun. Actually, I wasn't planning to do a long stream anyway, man, because you know what? This is great news. Like, seriously, guys, we gotta be positive. We gotta be positive here. We're all DC fans, right? We want what's best for DC, and look, we gotta look objectively here. Warner Brothers really had no plan. I mean, they had a plan, but it really backfired on them. Their plans with Zack Snyder were totally not in sync. Zack Snyder had a plan of his own, where Warner Brothers had their own plan. They stepped in and said, "No, we want a BVS. We want our Avengers eventually, right? Justice League." And Marvel, when they got word of BVS has been announced, Marvel's like, "You know what? Why don't you come on, George? George, if you feel you could come on, you could come on. If you have a headache, if you have a headache, you don't have to come on, man. I understand. I know it's like battling a headache on stream. So Marvel's like, you know what? They're doing BVS. They're doing Superman and Batman, and that's just two characters, Superman, and they announced Wonder Woman, 3 characters, big characters. But they were feared of that movie because as much success the MCU has, even up to that point, 2016, they knew, Kevin Feige knew, Disney knows, Marvel knew that nobody in their universe, nobody in their actual comics, Marvel, can compete with those 2 iconic heroes facing off. No matter how much the Captain America movies did, the first movie, the second movie, Winter Soldier, the first Avengers movie. I mean, Ultron didn't do as well, but their success. It doesn't matter how the success or not success of the Marvel movies. They knew that they had nobody. Maybe that's why they introduced Spider-Man in Civil War as their cash cow. Okay, they're like, you know what? They're doing Batman versus Superman. We gotta put Spider-Man and have all the heroes face each other. We gotta put Spider-Man just to compete because they knew there's nobody in Marvel that could really truly compete with Batman and Superman, especially those 2 going at each other. Spider-Man is the closest one. Maybe that's why they put Spider-Man in that film. They're like, Sony, we really need Spider-Man. Do anything.
And BVS, well, biggest box office weekend opening in history, biggest drop in weekend history. Didn't even kick in $1 billion. It was definitely on pace to break $1 billion, right? Based on the first weekend. Nope. And then the whole stuff with Snyder taking a break, and yeah, Josh Whedon come in, try to fix up Justice League. Total mess, right? And then you got the other movies. You got Aquaman, Wonder Woman 17. Wonder Woman 17 was the next one that came out before Justice League. Justice League was terrible. Then you got Aquaman, which is pretty good. Aquaman I like. Shazam, and then you got Birds of Prey, and then you got also Suicide Squad, which wasn't good the first one, but even though I liked it, there was just no direction. And remember, they didn't announce a slate, a plate. I was thinking about food. A slate. Right? Remember, they did announce a slate, and they canceled a bunch of movies. Remember that? New Gods, Nightwing, a bunch of stuff, because it didn't go with their plans, right? They didn't line up. And then, you got the Justice League was released because the people in charge just wanted freaking bonuses. Bonuses. All they care about is bonuses. That's the only reason they released that movie is because of their bonuses. They didn't care about how the movie was. The shit, right? But the thing is, you have to understand, the thing with the Snyder movies is the general audiences did not like the Snyder movies. Okay? GA, general audience. You have to understand, most of the people in our fan base here, okay? In our fan base, this community, whether it's from Max, Enosh, Poindexter, Jarbo, Saggy, we're all really in the same community. It doesn't matter. We're more hardcore DC fans, okay? We're hardcore. We're more hardcore. We kind of represent really a small minority, okay? The box office, honestly. We say the Snyder fans represent a small minority. So do the hardcore comic book fans represent a small minority of movies, okay? Especially comic book movies. Okay. The most important thing about movies, sports, anything, is about the general audience. Look at sports, for example. Bad teams don't get a crowd, okay? Every time you see a bad team play at the home crowd, there's empty stadiums, right? Besides football, but there's usually empty crowds. But once that team becomes good and really, really good, that stadium starts to fill up with more people. People start showing up more and more because that team's getting better and better, eventually making a playoff team, eventually becoming a championship team. The general audience eventually comes to see that team play. Same thing with movies. And you have to look at the Snyder movies. Is that team struggling? Not getting the people, the general audience. Okay? General audience always dictates the money, the box office, okay? Okay? And reception of the movies. Marvel, the thing is, Marvel has us brainwashed, really, because you could really say that Marvel's formula is not exactly the best. Their movies are not exactly the best in quality, right? Right? They're not exactly the best comic book written movies. There's some good ones in the MCU. Obviously, there's some good ones. First Avengers movies, the first Iron Man movie, Captain America and Thor, Winter Soldier, Guardians. You can find a lot of them in the 30 MCU movies. But in the DC movies, the Batman, it's leaps and bounds better than any Marvel movie that's ever there, written by us. Okay? Dark Knight, same thing. How? I don't know if Logan is to be part of the MCU, but the Logan movie even better, better than the Marvel movies. If you notice, Marvel barely gets nominated for the big awards. They do, the big awards. But DC has been nominated for these major awards more than Marvel has, even though Marvel has some more films and TV shows. See, here's the thing. Marvel gets nominated for the Emmys and stuff, and in all other categories a lot. But then you know they're not going to win. HBO has better quality shows. I even think Netflix has better quality shows than Disney. Okay? Apple. And that's a Disney thing. It's not just a Marvel thing. It's a Disney thing. Marvel, Star Wars, Disney has a stigma where it's very popular, those fandoms. Obviously, they're very popular. But they're not seen by Hollywood as best written and the best produced shows. Like, there's a stigma behind them. And don't get me wrong, I like Marvel. I like Marvel stuff. I don't go in there expecting the best story, obviously. And don't get me wrong, I like Marvel. I like Marvel stuff. Okay? But with Zack Snyder, the general audience did not accept his stuff. They did not like it. Okay? General audience reception to the Batman was good. The Dark Knight was good because it got good word of mouth. Those movies got good word of mouth. Now, the Batman suffered from perhaps 3 hours, maybe too long. China not being open, the Russian-Ukrainian war. If I say if those things were not happening, probably made 850 million. And that's good for a solo film. Solo films don't tend to make $1 billion besides Aquaman. A few solo films made $1 billion. Aquaman did, Captain Marvel did, and I think Black Panther did, the first one. Because Black Panther is one of the few origin movies that was not just big in Marvel also, but overall in terms of culture, what it meant to the African American community. That's how big of an impact Black Panther was. The first one, at least, especially. Okay? DC doesn't have something like that. But I mean, Batman is different. Batman's different. Zack Snyder's films did not do that. They did not. Okay? And I'm a hardcore fan too, guys. Like almost all of us. But from a business side, I put my fandom side away. I look at the business side of this. You gotta go how general audiences like that. Okay, how they receive it, how they view it, money. Look. Is James Gunn Superman gonna make $1 billion once it comes out, whenever it comes out? I doubt it. I don't think so. Well, so I'm not going to set a high bar for that. Well, the Batman 2 for Matt Reeves, when that comes out, whether it's 2025, 2026, can make $1 billion? I think it can. Based on the success of this movie and based on what Penguin can be in the Arkham series, if those two shows are critically acclaimed, like Peacemaker and some of the other HBO shows, not DC, not just DC related, but like White Lotus, Succession, Game of Thrones, whatever. Warner Brothers HBO shows. If it was like that, then I think there's a chance that Batman, and I really do think is if it's like if those are pretty acclaimed like those typical HBO shows usually are, then I think the Batman 2 can make $1 billion. Okay. You may disagree, you may agree, right? That's a good thing about being human. We have opinions. And sometimes we attack each other for our opinions, which is, stupid and petty, okay? Now, these 4 upcoming movies. Is the hype there to see these movies big as once was? It depends. For me, hype doesn't play into comic book movies usually. Okay? I go see a comic book movie no matter what, even if it's a shitty comic book movie. It's stuff that I do. I do it as a fan of comics. So, I'm sorry, Blind Bro. I'm sorry, two of you. That's why I don't do 3D, man. I hate headaches. So, I don't know. The hype for those movies, for me, it stays the same. Personally, it stays the same. Okay? I'm still gonna see all 4 DC movies 2023. Shazam, Flash, Blue Beetle, Aquaman. Okay? I'll still see them. And this idea is people say, oh, they might take those movies off the white tax off. I'm like, bullshit. I don't think they will. And look, some people might say, oh, you know what? Those movies are going to suffer because of this universe, because of this rebirth. I call it a rebirth because I did it for a title. It's like a reboot, rebirth, kind of same thing. But you know what? I can see it going the other way. I can see some of these movies making more money than we think or we project because of this. One last swan song for some of these characters potentially, especially Jason Momoa's Aquaman. One last swan song for Jason Momoa that can actually make Aquaman money more than what we project. I mean, that's a long way off. It's one possibility, or it could go the opposite direction. Okay, I'm just saying that people love if there's one character people love unanimously better than of any of the DC 7, it's Jason Momoa's Aquaman over Cavill's Superman, over Affleck's Batman, over Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, over Ezra Miller's Flash, Cyborg, Ray Fisher. It's Aquaman, Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is loved almost by everybody, okay, in the DC fandom. He's like, okay? And I don't know if you agree with me on that, but that's how I see it. So even though these 4 movies could be the end of the DC universe as we know it, there's a chance these movies might make more money than some people are saying because of this news. And like I said, it could go the other way. First, we have to see a trailer, man. I think there's going to be a trailer for The Flash, okay, at Super Bowl time. Yeah, I call them hair attacks. Blind Bro, like I said in the beginning of the stream, they're hair attacks. So, like I think with the Flash trailer, right? If Super Bowl, if we get the Flash trailer Super Bowl, I'm happy, okay? I think, and like last year, I'll say this, last year, I did a Doctor Strange Multiverse of the Madness trailer at Super Bowl, right? With the Amazon, right? With the Amazon Lord of the Rings stuff, right? And it got people watching. So whatever trailers announced for Super Bowl's 2 months off, 2 months away. Okay, whatever's announced, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna do a stream again, once again, 5-hour stream. I'm gonna do the exact same thing like I did last year. And I think one of the DC movies will definitely get a trailer then, and it's definitely probably The Flash. And a Marvel movie might get a trailer too. And it's not gonna be Ant-Man because that movie is right at the Super Bowl, the same week. It comes out the same week as the Super Bowl, maybe a tease or something. I don't know. It'll probably be Guardians 3, a second trailer, or maybe the Marvels. One of those two. It's not going to be Ant-Man 3 because Ant-Man and Super Bowl is the same weekend, basically. And I kind of agree with you. I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. I agree. And you know what? 700 to 800 million. I think that's good. Maybe, yeah. We'll know, Blind, but we're just guessing here, right? Okay. I think the difference about DC and Marvel. I find that DC could push more quality out content than Disney. Like the Disney stuff really doesn't get nominated that much. They get nominated for the Emmys, but they never win the Emmys.
barely get nominated for the Oscars and those stuff. They barely win. I mean, Angela Bassett has been nominated for supporting actress in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, but we know she's not going to win it because it's Black Panther stigma, right? Exactly. You're right, right? If there's any movie that should be nominated for the Oscars for 2022 as comic book related, it's not in the Marvel stuff movies. It's not Black Adam. It's Batman. Ain't Batman. The problem is, Bro, it depends on the character, right? And who they're fighting. Like the Batman, you could do cheaper. The Batman stuff you could do cheaper, right? But Superman, you might be a little bit expensive. Like this, you might need for Superman. But if it's anything that should be nominated for Oscars, for anything comic book related, and they're not, it's definitely the Batman. Because the Batman, well, Batman is a comic book character. He's not written like a comic book character. Okay? Oh yeah, probably like 10 times. You're right. Yeah. And same as Marvel, right? Every Marvel and DC has rebirthed, or no, 100 times combined. I'm exaggerated. Okay, obviously. Okay. So where the hell was I? like I like some of Zack Snyder's movies. Right? I did like his DC movies. But I think his best movie to me is 300. That's a really good movie. I like 300 a lot. Okay. Army of Dead. Oh my god! I tell you how many times I felt out about Army of Dead. It's horrible. But he does not get some of the DC characters. He did not. I'll tell you one thing. I love Amy Adams. Great actress, Oscar-winning caliber actress. But her Lois is like really bad. I'll be honest with you. She does not make a great Lois Lane. It's not her fault. It's how Snyder written Lois. I love the Lois because I can't wait to the reboot. I can't wait to the reboot where Lois calls Clark Smallville. I want Lois to be like the one from the kind of like the 78 kind of Lois and the cartoon Lois and the comic book Lois, right? That one who always like wants the top story, or wants the top story and has that kind of sense of humor a bit. Is always willing to get into danger and always likes to poke around Clark, stuff around like that, and always calls him Smallville. I like that Lois. Look, Erica Durance from Smallville. She was a good Lois for that universe. She was a good Lois because she had the qualities and the personality of a Lois Lane was how Lois Lane was written and portrayed in the comics, and even the 78 movie. I agree. She was not good as Lois, and I don't think it's Lady Adams' fault. I think Erica Durant, that's Smallville. Well, it's basically his teenage years and young adult years. That show the qualities of each character, the personality, whatever, how they're written, how stuff was very clearly taken from the comics, and okay, done a good job of those characters of those characters, how they're written. Okay. And we know Chloe Sullivan, the actress, she's scum. But that show really did a justice on how the character should be written. Thank you. Here's the thing. and it's gonna be, and you know what? You never know until you try, right? Hey, here's the thing. The movie could suck. We don't know. We don't have the gift of foresight to see the future. We don't know, the movie could suck, right? But lately, James Gunn hasn't made bad stuff. I like the Guardians. I like Guardians 1 better than 2, but Guardians 2 is still pretty good. I like the Suicide Squad. Peacemaker is phenomenal, and I hate all these people. I hate all these people say, "Oh, I don't want to see something." I can't. I watched Peacemaker, then I started the poop jokes, and then I stop. I hate that. I don't want to see that in these movies, these Superman movies, and Superman, him do that in a Superman movie. I'm gonna be like, you really think James Gunn is gonna use a poop joke in a Superman movie? Do you really think a character like Peacemaker is gonna be in a Superman movie? Do they understand that there's different characters in the DC universe? Some are bubbling idiots like Chris Smith, Peacemaker, and then he believes almost anything that he's ignorant. Seriously, do these mofo's not understand that there's different characters in the world in DC, different heroes, villains? Like seriously, are they gonna? Would they complain if a Joker makes a poop joke? God, what if Joker makes a poop joke about Superman? Are they gonna complain about that? You know what? I'll laugh at it because it's a freaking Joker. Yes, thank you, Glenn. They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand that there's all kinds of different people in the DC universe and the Marvel universe, and like in real life, in the real world. And I'm talking about the toxic Snyder fans, guys. I'm not talking about the good ones who appreciate this stuff or willing to give James Gunn a chance. The rational Snyder fans, okay, they're good people. I know some of them. Okay, it's the people who think DC started Zack Snyder. I know, Blind Bro, you're all tuckered out and stuff like that, but I bet you if you had the energy, you would let out your frustration. So would you, George. Thank you. Yes, Degrassi. See, here's the thing. Marvel used to not do this, right? Right? But Marvel got to a point where it's too much comedy, right? But I think Marvel actually, if you really look at it, there is comedy, but there is some other stuff. There's horror and some stuff. There's grounded, like the Batman. There's celestial, space, and you could do genre within DC and Marvel. Like, people have this idea that superheroes is a genre, which is a genre with itself. But you could do different types of genre in comic book movies. It happens all the time in comic books. You have horror. You can have horror in Batman. You can have the crime thriller in Batman. You can have stuff like that. There's genre within comic books itself. Okay, supernatural stuff like that. That's what I'm saying, Degrassi. I agree with you. You think? Hey, I'm not going. If they make a Plastic Man movie, I'm not expecting going to see a Plastic Man movie where Plastic Man is going to be all serious. Okay, all 2 hours of him being serious. I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting see, yeah, you could do it with Batman, right, Degrassi? I mean, you could do it with Batman. You could do it, right? I guarantee you, if you do Zatanna or Justice League Dark, it's going to be horror-like. Here's here's the thing. Well, I forgot what I was going to say.
And I want to go to Flash. If they do with Flash, I would like to see Flash have a sense of humor. Look, some of you may not like the Flash series, but Grant Gustin played a good Barry Allen. I'll tell you that. He played a good Barry Allen. Okay? Where he could be serious and he could be fun. Laugh. The Batman, don't worry, for right now, is separate. Right now. I mean, even Hal Jordan makes some crips. Look at the Justice League movie. Look at the Justice League movie. Justice League War. Welcome aboard, Santak. Glad to have you here. Look at the Justice League War, the movie based on the new 52 Justice League. You know, the first few when the Justice League formed. Hal Jordan in The Flash, the way they are in that movie is how I like to see them in live action. They can be serious, but they can make quips, jokes at times. Okay? The Justice League needs, like in Marvel, Marvel has it. Justice League, each member has to be unique in their own way and different in their own way. Batman could be the serious type, you know, the one that's always prepared, serious, takes things serious, you know, stuff like that. Superman could be the optimistic one, the one that everybody looks up to, the one that they feel good about. Wonder Woman, you can respect the warrior like, the one who's compassionate, who a little bit like Superman in a way, optimistic. The Flash, they love his sense of humor, his optimism, his how things don't bother him. Green Lantern, same thing with the Flash, really. Stuff like that. You know, they're all unique in their own way. Okay, Marvel has done that too. Like seriously. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I don't want every member of the Justice League to be all serious. Where, you know, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, whatever, whoever in the league are all serious. No, there's not. To me, that makes them a boring team. And I think Marvel, while each character has their own personality and stuff, I think Marvel kind of does a bad job at it at times with with the characters' unique, you know, their uniqueness and how they are. I think Marvel does that, strays away from that as the movies went on, as the MCU went on from 2 to 3, phase 2 to 3. You start seeing a lot more jokes, a lot more comedy stuff between the characters where some characters shouldn't have that. You know, Tony Stark, I think it worked with Tony Stark. We are saved because no more we are no more not knowing anything. Now we are saved because we know now we have somebody with a plan who's gonna save us all. It's really a joke, man. I made the thumbnail as a joke. It's for fun, guys. I don't know. Okay. I really do think, and I love the Marvel movies. I said it so many times, but I do really think some of the characters they strayed away from the uniqueness of each character at times. At times, okay, because everybody started making jokes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Max, if you want to come on, you're allowed to come on. You know you have access, right? If you feel like coming on. Yes, exactly. And here's the thing. So it's grief, right? So it's grief. Hey, Max.
I'm only coming on for a few minutes, but I wanted to say, hey, I was
Hey,
thinking
Max.
about surprising you just because I was catching your stream. Because I'm just chilling out. I'm actually editing a cutout video from our live stream earlier. But okay, I'm happy. I'm very happy you feel it's saved. I'm very happy for you. I'm happy for everyone that's excited. I really am.
Yeah, I'm just happy like somebody's out there like telling us what he has in store. Obviously he doesn't tell us everything. I'm just happy that we actually have somebody like Kevin Feige doesn't do this, man. Like with his fans. I'm just happy that somebody like there seems to be like a plan now,
Hmm.
right? And I'm looking at this as more as a business kind of business aspect of DC because I don't expect Superman to reboot Superman movie to make a billion. Okay,
Hmm.
and right, I don't expect it to happen. But I expect Batman 2 to maybe make a billion. If
I don't know. Not unless the villain has to be legit to get
yes,
that.
but
Batman
I think
doesn't
if
succeed on just Batman alone. It has to be a really good villain.
also I think it has to sit based on the Penguin series. I think the Penguin series has to help it too.
But I don't see a $1 billion Batman unless the villain is like a super great
Yeah,
performance of a villain. I actually don't think it depends on Batman at all. It's the villains. Actually, for all movies, it depends on how good the villain is.
yeah. Matt Reeves usually comes up with a good villain. We'll see.
Mhm.
Yes, it could. Well, China was closed, so that's probably millions off the box office. And Russia and Ukraine war, and yeah. So I'm just basically saying, like, we don't know. The Superman movie could be bad, right? We don't know. We don't know.
Mhm.
Like, maybe James Gunn's plan will fail. Like, I'm being objective here. His plan could fail. And here's the thing: with the 4 movies coming out next year, I think there's a possible chance that they might make more money than people think because of possibly of being the swan song for some of these characters. Like the Aquaman 2 movie, if it's Jason Momoa's last movie, and I think of all the live action actors, I think Jason Momoa is the most unanimously loved. So I think Aquaman 2 could actually make more money than any other DC movies than it projects to be. Some like we don't know what the projection is, but I think it could make more money than people see.
Mhm.
Wait, do you agree with Jason Momoa is probably the most unanimous love DC one live action? I think he is.
Oh yeah, I think regardless of what, it's because he transcends people's factions of,
Mm-hmm.
and so did Gal. Gal transcended the factions of people that like the Snyderverse or not, you know.
Yes. Yes.
But the Superman and Batman didn't,
Yes.
you know.
And like when I was like mentioned in the stream, right? I said Marvel was really afraid of BVS because Kevin Feige knows no character based on the success of the first phase and early phase 2, right? Based on the
Mhm.
success of the MCU early on, they were scared. They were scared because they have nobody in MCU that had it's the level of Batman, Superman, and I think that's why they're like, you know what? We need to make the Civil War movie, and we need Spider-Man in this movie,
Mhm.
like just to compete. and in reality, they kind of didn't need that movie. I mean, they didn't really need Spider-Man, but how? Yeah, it made $1 billion. Yeah, overseas. It just, yeah, you had a good stream. I mean, I came home late, so I'm like, I'll let you have the fun with the members.
Oh, no problem. I thought I'd stop by. We got a game soon, Aaron. I
Oh
gotta add
yeah,
you. I gotta add you to my PlayStation. Blinded, do you play PlayStation as
you
well?
have me a PlayStation. I saw you. Don't.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
Blinded, you send me your info too. Do you play wrestling games?
I do. I have
Okay,
2K22. I mean 23,
okay,
whatever it's called.
all right. I'll have to figure it out. Um,
That's true, Blind Bro. They did get rebooted a lot.
yeah. Well, I don't mean to interrupt your rant. Your sort of like a
I
not
don't
a
know if I was
rant,
really
but
ranting. I just
yeah.
think that the problem with some of the Snyder fans is like not you, Max, but I think they want
No, yeah, I'm not.
every
It's
character to
fine.
be serious, every Justice League member to be serious. but I don't like that. Each character should be unique in their own way. You don't want like, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, here's my take. It is a different take on them, and it's like Superman in the today's day. Like I think Superman as a character is hard to do in today's setting.
I kind of agree.
And
I kinda
I
agree.
think Cavill is the closest it would be to like if Superman actually existed in our world. I think it's closer to what it would be than like the Reeves or any other version of Superman is how it would actually be if Superman existed. You know?
That's how that that's kind of how I felt about Captain America in the MCU. So I feel like Captain America really kind of doesn't fit in today's world. Like how you fit Captain America in today's world,
Mm-hmm.
because like you could easily have somebody say, "You're Captain America. What values do you stand for?" Those values don't really mean much these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, we'll have to game soon. I wanna watch Black Adam again on HBO Max.
and I kind of agree with you on The Rock, though. I think people are giving too much of a hard time. I mean, he deserves some of it, but I think people are going way too much on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Warhammer thing did not just sprung up out of nowhere. That Warhammer thing was probably
Probably
planned for
was
some
something he
time.
wanted to get to eventually after he finished his Superman run, and
Yeah,
but
and
I think it's sped up.
and I'm just saying, Warhammer. I think personally, it's his dream project.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so are you gonna watch Knives Out next week?
Oh, is it on Netflix then? Yeah, I'll watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
I also want to watch what came out on Netflix? There was something that just came out. I can't remember. Yeah, I want to check it out.
Yeah, I think it comes out. I think it comes out Christmas, doesn't it? I think the Witcher, the prequel to The Witcher, comes out next week too. With the
Oh,
Michelle
yes,
Yeoh.
yes. I hope that does well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm really concerned about the franchise now, if it's how it's going to continue, and I want to support it, so I got to watch that right away. I was watching Willow. I got to catch up on that too.
Yeah, I was talking about how I was comparing DC to Marvel and how the problem with the MCU is that it's too much the quantity. They focus on quantity, and that's actually a Disney thing. To me, a Disney thing is they focus a lot on quantity over quality, right? And they always put their hat in the nominations for stuff like Emmys and stuff like that, right? A lot of Disney stuff they put in the Emmys, but they never win because they don't look upon like as board caliber stuff. And I'm grateful. I'm happy for Angela Bassett getting nominated for supporting actress in the Oscars, but I don't think she's gonna win it because she's in a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think if there's one movie that deserves to have Oscars or something like that, people nominate, it's probably the Batman. And the Batman's not even being nominated because it's a comic book movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
And see the HBO, look, Disney has that stigma about them. They may have a lot of money. They may have some of the biggest fandoms, the biggest properties, Marvel, Star Wars, but the shows and their fandoms don't among Hollywood. While they generate a lot of money, revenue, obviously, they don't seem as top quality. Where HBO shows, Apple shows, even Netflix shows, even to an extent, Hollywood sees as top quality.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what are you working on?
Oh, doing clip outs. I'm sorry, I am getting a little sleep. I was up too late last night, but I wanted to stop in to say hi. George was, man, the work week. You have any time off for the holidays?
Oh yeah.
Good. You spend time with the family?
Yeah. You're not having a show next week to the mask because it's Christmas Eve?
I might just do a casual stream because unless Brian wants to stream with me, because he might want to spend time with his family. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes.
So I might do something on. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm ready for next year, though. I'm ready.
Me too. 2023 will be a big year.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope it'll be a better year.
Mm-hmm.
People got me hot on the previous stream when they were like, they're gonna do Aquaman 2 as a tax write-off. I'm like, I don't flip out.
No.
I will flip out.
No. I'm on your side. They're not going to do that. That movie's not being taxed right off. That's happening.
Look at Degrassi. Momoa's moist moms. You went to see Aquaman multiple times. Yeah.
There's no way they're going to do a tax write-off for Aquaman 2.
Wow.
Come on.
If it's really good, I'm going to get really pissed that they're not going to do a third one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to head out. Have a good stream.
Yeah, I'm going to end it too. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I could stay till you end it.
It's midnight. It's midnight. I'm going to end it at midnight.
All right. Well, I'll stay.
Oh, yeah. I did. Yes. My cousin did meet the actor who's going to play Blue Beetle at Comic-Con in Pittsburgh. It's true. I saw the picture.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, because it was Cobra Kai. The people from Cobra Kai were there. He met Martin Cove, Kreese, the actor who plays Hawk, and of course, Miguel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to Blue Beetle. It's just hard. That's all.
Yeah, they were supposed to come to Toronto for Fan Expo.
What did you think about the casting rumors about Fantastic Four?
I don't know. It's my time to shine. Hello, I think she's been right at times, but sometimes she likes to make up stuff to exaggerate. So like, it's hard to take somebody's credibility when you do that. I don't know. I don't know about Eliza Gonzalez. I think she says she can't do Marvel because I think she has something to do with Apple or something. I don't know, or Netflix. I don't know, a deal with something. I don't know, but Diego Luna, is that his name?
Diego Luna, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, but like,
okay. I like both of them, and then the Johnny Storm I think is spot on.
Yeah, because I think the Johnny Storm stuff is real because that sounds more possible because it sounds like from all reports his representatives just send Marvel like that he wants to be interested in Johnny Storm. I think that's more real than the other two.
Mm-hmm. I would be happy if that happened though. I would prefer that than John Krasinski coming back as Reed. Not that I like John Krasinski. I just was like, okay.
I always said John Krasinski is not going to be the Reed Richards going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that was pure fan casting for only, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you, Max, for coming on.
Oh no, I gotta make my way over your Aaron order more often.
Yeah. I usually don't streams this late, like I usually do it when you're sleeping, you're napping.
Yeah, that rarely happens when I'm napping. Yeah, just kidding.
No, it happens. I did the stream because I'm not as tired as I should be. I have energy. Mm-hmm. Sad. But yeah, thank you, Max.
Hallie's being nice.
All right, check out Max's channel. I don't think I need to promote it here and put in the chat because everybody's in this chat knows your channel anyway. So subscribe to you, and remember to like, share this out, and subscribe. Obviously, thank you, Max, and thank you everybody else for being in the chat. Take care, guys.
You too.